The year was 2150. Humanity had survived countless challenges. Climate collapse, wars, plagues, and emerged stronger than ever. Earth was united under a single global council, its people thriving in a golden age of innovation and exploration. But peace had made many complacent, blind to the dangers lurking beyond the stars. Dr. Elena Martinez sat in her dimly lit laboratory at the Global Research Institute in Madrid, poring over the data from the recent transmission. Her face was pale, her usually steady hands trembling. The message had arrived 2 weeks ago, a sharp, alien voice slicing through the void of space. This is the Carconi Empire. Surrender your planet and your species to our rule or face annihilation. You have 30 planetary cycles to comply. The arrogance of the ultimatum made Elena's blood boil. The Carconi weren't offering negotiation or coexistence, only dominance. But what troubled her more was the implication that humans were prey. Elena, she turned to see Captain Marcus Ward standing in the doorway. His broad shoulders seemed to fill the entire frame, his face set in a grim expression. Marcus was a seasoned military leader, a man who had fought in humanity's last great war. If anyone understood the stakes, it was him. Marcus, she said, gesturing to the screen. I've been reviewing their language patterns, their cultural markers. The Carconi believe themselves to be predators, and they see us as easy prey. Then they've underestimated us, Marcus replied, stepping closer. They don't know what Earth has forged. Elena hesitated. We've been at peace for decades. They might not be wrong to think we've grown soft. Marcus shook his head. You don't understand, Elena. Peace didn't weaken us, it honed us. We've evolved to fight against adversity, whether it's nature, ourselves, or an alien threat. This planet, our planet, has shaped us into something they can't imagine. Elena's eyes lit up as she realized Marcus was echoing the theory she had been developing. Earth creates predators, she said. Not prey. Exactly, Marcus said, his voice hardening. And it's time we remind the universe of that. The Carconi scout ship arrived 3 days later, a sleek, black vessel bristling with weapons. It hovered ominously above Earth's atmosphere, scanning the planet below. The Global Council called for caution, suggesting diplomatic efforts, but Marcus and his team had other plans. We can't wait for them to strike, Marcus said during a briefing in the military command center. This ship isn't here to negotiate. It's here to size us up. If we show weakness now, they'll send an armada. We need to act. Elena was hesitant to join the operation, but Marcus insisted. We need your expertise. If we capture that ship, you'll be the one to analyze its tech, its biology, its everything. Under the cover of night, Marcus led a team of elite operatives aboard a stealth shuttle. Their mission was simple: infiltrate the Carconi scout ship, neutralize the crew, and seize control. As they approached the alien vessel, Elena sat quietly, her heart pounding. She had never been in combat, and the sight of the looming, alien ship filled her with dread. Marcus, however, was calm, his eyes scanning their surroundings with predator-like focus. We adapt, he had told her earlier. That's what makes us dangerous. The operation was surgical. The team breached the ship's hull using experimental cutting tools, slipping inside undetected. Elena followed closely, her breath shallow as she clutched a data tablet. Inside, the air was cold and smelled faintly of ammonia. The corridors were lined with alien symbols and pulsing lights. The Carconi were larger than humans, with armored skin and sharp, insectoid features. One of them, the scout commander, was waiting. You dare invade my vessel? It hissed, its voice dripping with disdain. Marcus stepped forward, weapon raised. You came to our world. What did you expect? The Carconi sneered. Weaklings. You're not hunters, you're prey. You'll be consumed like all the others. Elena's voice rang out from behind Marcus. You don't understand humanity. Do you know what we had to fight to stand where we are today? Nature's predators, our own wars, disease, famine. You've mistaken peace for weakness, but peace was just another challenge we overcame. The Carconi lunged, but Marcus moved faster. A single shot from his plasma rifle ended the alien's life. Prey doesn't fight back, Marcus muttered, turning to the rest of the team. Secure the ship. Elena quickly got to work, extracting data from the ship systems. What she found sent a chill down her spine. The Carconi Empire had subjugated dozens of worlds, each more advanced than Earth, and their fleet was already on its way. Back on Earth, Elena and Marcus stood in the command center, reviewing the data. They're coming, Elena said, her voice heavy. Good, Marcus replied. Let them. We'll show them what Earth can do. For the first time in millennia, humanity was no longer defending itself against nature or its own kind. Now, it faced a new challenge, one that would define its place in the cosmos. And Earth's predators were ready. The Proxima Centauri outpost glimmered in the black void of space, humanity's first military installation beyond the solar system. Built using reverse-engineered Carconi technology, the station was both a symbol of human resilience and a fortress against the threat that loomed over Earth. Dr. Elena Martinez stood on the observation deck, staring out at the distant stars. Her work over the past months had been relentless, decoding Carconi systems and analyzing the biology of their deceased scout. Every discovery brought a mix of awe and dread. First time in Proxima? Elena turned to see Captain Marcus Ward approaching, his combat suit gleaming under the station's sterile lights. I was hoping to see something beautiful, she admitted. Instead, I see only war. Marcus nodded grimly. We didn't choose this fight, Elena. But now that it's here, we have no choice but to win. Before Elena could respond, the station's alarms blared. A holographic display materialized in front of them, showing an approaching fleet of Carconi ships. They've come to test us, Marcus said, his voice steady. The station's war room was a hive of activity. Officers shouted commands as tactical displays projected the positions of the enemy fleet. The Carconi had sent 6 warships, more than enough to obliterate the fledgling human outpost. Marcus addressed the room. This is not a battle for survival. This is a battle to prove that humanity cannot be cowed. They think we're weak. Let's show them how wrong they are. Elena remained at his side, her mind racing. The Carconi were larger, stronger, and more advanced, but they had one fatal flaw: arrogance. They relied on brute force, underestimating creativity and adaptability. Captain, Elena said, pulling up a schematic of the Carconi ships. Their power cores are highly sensitive to electromagnetic pulses. We can disable their ships without destroying them. Marcus grinned. A clean kill, then. The battle unfolded like a deadly game of chess. Humanity's fleet consisted of only 3 ships, including the station itself, but each was equipped with experimental cloaking fields and drone swarms. The Carconi, expecting a direct confrontation, found themselves fighting phantoms. Drones darted through the enemy formation, deploying EMP mines that detonated in bursts of white light. One Carconi cruiser shuddered and went dark, its engines and weapons silenced. Inside the station, Marcus coordinated the attack with precision. Elena fed him real-time updates on Carconi movements, predicting their responses before they could act. Aboard the lead Carconi ship, Commander Tirasak growled in frustration. These humans fight like vermin. They don't stand and face us. They scurry and strike from the shadows. On the station, Marcus smirked at the intercepted transmission. Vermin? Huh? Let's show them how dangerous vermin can be. The battle ended in humanity's favor, for Carconi ships were crippled, and 2 retreated into the void. Marcus and Elena stood in the war room, exhausted but victorious. They'll be back, Elena said softly. Marcus nodded. Let them come. This was just the first lesson. For the first time, humanity had taken the offensive, and they were just getting started. The Carconi star system loomed ahead, its primary planet a stark world covered in crimson deserts and sprawling industrial complexes. It was a hub of their empire, a key resource center where enslaved species toiled under the Carconi's brutal reign. This was humanity's target. Dr. Elena Martinez stood on the bridge of Predator's Claw, humanity's first interstellar warship. Around her, Holographic projections displayed the planet's surface and the fleet of Carconi ships guarding it. Each vessel bristled with weapons, their formation tight and disciplined. Captain Marcus Ward paced beside her, his expression hardened. "This is their heart," he said, pointing to the hologram. "If we can cripple this system, we send a message. Humanity isn't prey, and Earth isn't theirs to take." Elena nodded, but her stomach churned. This wasn't just about survival anymore, it was about proving something to the galaxy. The plan was bold and risky. Humanity's fleet, led by Predator's Claw, would engage the Carconi head-on while a smaller strike team infiltrated the planet. Their goal: disrupt key industrial facilities and liberate enslaved populations, turning the Carconi's own resources against them. As the fleet approached the system, Elena briefed the infiltration team. "The Carconi rely on fear and control. If we free their captives, it could destabilize their hold over this region." Lara Kim, a fiery young pilot, leaned forward. "And if we don't?" Elena's voice was steady. "Then we make sure they pay dearly for every inch they take." The battle in space erupted like a storm. Humanity's ships, though fewer in number, danced around the Carconi fleet with precision. Cloaking fields flickered as drones swarmed the enemy, dropping EMP mines and harassing their flanks. On the surface, Marcus led the strike team through the industrial complex. The air was thick with smoke and the cries of enslaved workers. The Carconi overseers, towering insectoid figures, barked orders and lashed out at the captives. "We end this now," Marcus growled, raising his rifle. The team moved with deadly efficiency, taking down the overseers and freeing the captives. Elena worked frantically at a terminal, uploading a virus designed to disrupt the Carconi's planetary defenses. A sudden roar echoed through the facility as Overlord Vactor, the Carconi commander, appeared. His armored form dwarfed the humans, and his voice boomed with fury. "You dare defy us? You are nothing but insects beneath our heel." Marcus faced him without flinching. "Insects bite back." The battle was brutal. Vactor's strength was overwhelming, but the humans fought with coordination and ingenuity. Lara's precise piloting strafed the facility, providing critical air support. Marcus delivered the final blow, planting an explosive charge that sent Vactor sprawling. As the dust settled, Elena surveyed the liberated facility. The captives, a mix of alien species, looked at the humans with a mix of fear and hope. "This is just the beginning," she said quietly. Above them, the Carconi fleet retreated, broken and humiliated. Humanity had won another victory, proving once again that Earth's children were predators, not prey. The Carconi homeworld loomed ahead, a vast, crimson planet with jagged continents crisscrossed by glowing industrial veins. Above it, a massive armada bristled with weaponry, thousands of ships forming an impenetrable wall of defense. Humanity's fleet was outnumbered 10-1, but Captain Marcus Ward stood resolute on the bridge of Predator's Claw. "This is it," Marcus said, his voice calm but firm. "We strike at the heart of the Carconi Empire. If we win here, the galaxy will know Earth is not to be trifled with." Dr. Elena Martinez stood at his side, her data tablet glowing with streams of tactical information. Months of relentless research had brought them to this point. "The Carconi have never faced an enemy willing to fight to the death," she said. "That's our advantage. They don't understand desperation or innovation." "Good," Marcus replied, a grim smile on his face. "Let's teach them." The battle began with a feint. Humanity's smaller fleet, augmented by cloaked drones and decoy ships, appeared to launch a direct assault on the Carconi formation. The Carconi commander, Admiral Jektan, watched with disdain from his flagship. "They rush to their doom," Jektan growled, his mandibles clicking in amusement. Typical prey behavior. But as the Carconi ships surged forward to meet the apparent charge, they found nothing but empty space. Cloaked human vessels darted through their ranks, dropping electromagnetic mines and targeting key systems with precision strikes. Chaos erupted as Carconi ships turned on each other, their communications scrambled by human interference. On the surface, Marcus led a strike team toward the Carconi capital. The plan was audacious. Disrupt the Empire's chain of command by eliminating their leadership. Elena accompanied the team, her knowledge of Carconi systems critical to navigating the labyrinthine fortress. The Carconi fought ferociously, but they were unprepared for humanity's relentless tactics. Marcus's team used guerrilla warfare, striking from shadows and retreating before the Carconi could mount a counterattack. Elena worked feverishly to hack into the Empire's central network, uploading a virus that would paralyze their planetary defenses. Almost there, she muttered, her fingers flying over the terminal. A deafening roar announced the arrival of Admiral Jektan himself. The massive Carconi warrior towered over the humans, his armored form glinting in the harsh light. "You dare defile our sacred ground?" Jektan bellowed. "Your kind will be eradicated for this." Marcus stepped forward, his plasma rifle raised. "We've faced extinction before. It only made us stronger. The battle was brutal. Jektan's strength and speed were unmatched, but Marcus fought with cunning, using the environment to his advantage. Meanwhile, Elena's virus completed its work, and the fortress's defenses went dark. In the end, Marcus delivered the final blow, a grenade detonating at Jektan's feet. The Carconi admiral fell, his massive body slamming to the ground. The victory was absolute. The Carconi fleet, crippled and leaderless, fled the system. Elena stood beside Marcus in the ruined fortress, watching as the human flag was raised over the Carconi capital. "This isn't just our victory," Elena said. "It's a warning to anyone who would challenge us." Marcus nodded, his gaze fixed on the horizon. Earth creates predators, not prey, and the hunt has only begun. Humanity had taken its place among the stars, not as victims, but as hunters.